What's up guys, I'm Gr3, aka Doughtinator. Welcome back to the channel. We've got some daily race C now, Saint Croix A2. Saint Croix A2, however you decide to say it. Look who's there, Super GT is out in the wild playing GT Sport. That's fantastic news. But we're running a reserve driver, we're a long way back, no qualifying time set, and away we go. Traction control on 2 because it's a wild start, as you can see from the Turkish driver ahead. And we're going to dial traction control back to 0 now and go racing. This is a straight up sprint race, 6 laps of Saint Croix. Racing hard tyres available. The dominant car here seems to be the Nissan GT-R, so we're going to be using that. Racing from cockpit view, and this car is a great car. It's such a good car to drive. It's a little bit wild on throttle, but it's quite controllable. So we're going to get on the brakes into the second corner now. We're just going to bump into the back of the Turkish driver ahead now. He got a bit early on the brakes there and kind of unsighted me a little bit. So yeah, a bit of a hop from the car there behind, or to the side of it. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. But we've lost a bit of ground to the drivers ahead. The Turkish driver, I think, braked a little bit early, perhaps not familiar with the track, and he's just sent it way too deep there into the chicane before the bridge. So I think the Turkish driver is new to this combo, and a lot of people will be. It is a brand new combo for daily race C, or just daily races in general. Group 3 at Saint Croix A2. Now I spent a bit of time in the Group 1 cars at Saint Croix. I can't remember which combo it was, but I got used to it. I got better at it, and it was a really fantastic track. This one, although we're back here again, the combination couldn't be any more different. Some of the corners we're doing backwards, some of the corners we're doing forwards. There's parts of the track that I've never driven before, and I've done some laps here, but I just don't feel confident with the race. I don't feel confident with the track. It's really difficult. I think I'm about 3 or 4 seconds off the pace per lap. Now it is a long lap, granted, but that's a long way, and I don't think I've got enough time this week to get the track learned. But I'm enjoying doing the racing. We're going to skip forward to some action. Oh, it's kicking off already, actually, on the wide side there. The 2 cars going off, and we're going to make 2 positions just there. So we are now off the bottom of the timesheets, and we're going to try and race forwards now. The car is, as I said before, it's fun to drive with the racing hard tyres. The car, it slides even up to 3rd gear, getting on the power, but it is controllable. I'm going to say now, this is a perfect car to really learn your driving skills in. It's quite stable on the brakes, but you can be fast, getting on the throttle early, letting the car slide and controlling it, going out the corners and catching another bit of slide there. It's going to be Swaz central this race, but we are closing into the back of drivers now ahead. More Swaz again there, and actually in one of the practice races I used the Lamborghini, and it's fast, it's really good fun to drive, but by lap 5 the rear tyres are dead, and it's a drift car, so I wouldn't recommend the Lamborghini for the race. It seems to be fast in qualifying, but the Nissan GT-R seems to be very fast in qualifying also. As I said guys, great car to drive. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried the Nissan GT-R. My Nissan GT-R actually is my old paint scheme. It's got the old colours, and this car gets massive over swaz on the exit of the final corner, and that's going to put him down, well, right to the back of the field now. So we're up to 16th position, following the Spanish driver now in the Mercedes. Basically any power car seems to be good here. The handling cars, the mid-engine cars, they are fast, but I don't think they look after their tyres well enough. We're going to get on the brakes into the second corner. It's a corner you easily carry too much speed into, but we managed to just get around that okay. He carried a bit more speed through that than we did. This long left-hander, it's maybe a triple apex corner. You can take it flat, but it's very difficult. Better just to ease off. Getting them on the brakes, trying to get braking a straight line for this chicane before the bridge. Again, getting the car stopped is difficult. Got to respect getting on the throttle. Just entering the bridge, you can hit that wall on the outside. I've done that in practice, and other people may do that during this race. We are still in this race though. We're not being dropped by the cars ahead. We're going to offset our braking slightly, mainly just to see the braking references. Not really looking for a move there, just to kind of see what's going on. Racing from the cockpit view, again this week as reserve driver. I'm enjoying it. The Group 3 cars are really good from cockpit view. Portuguese driver's wide there, so we're going to make a move on him. I'm going to get a bit of speed into this kink before a long straight. Normally just drop a gear into fourth and then thread it through there, and it's difficult. It's difficult corner. You want to carry as much speed on the exit as possible, and we're going to get in the slipstream of this Mercedes ahead. We're going to look to the inside here. I like to brake a bit tighter here, keep a tighter line and then brake all the way through this corner. There is a huge bump, and we're going to get a run on this driver into the braking zone now. We're going to go side by side through here. We're going to have to cut the corner massively. He's going to get run back on the outside. Look on the radar here. He's still to the inside of us now for this corner. And we're going to get on the brakes now into this third gear right-hander. And we're going to try and get an exit. He's got a bit of swaz, and we're going to get a drive out of this corner. He's going to cover off the inside. There's nowhere to go there. So we're going to switch to the outside. We're going to get on the brakes, but we're going to get... yeah, it's not going to work out for us. Someone's going to sneak down the inside and follow his line through, and yeah, the Portuguese driver's got the fight back on us now, so we're going to try and see what we can do. The Portuguese driver may go for a move on the Spanish driver through this sequence of corners. You can see he's lining up the move. Both drivers are compromising their lines. We've got a bit of swaz on the outside. Portuguese driver to the inside, going to push him wide, and then he's going to get a bit of swaz on the curb, and I've got nowhere to go. Probably helped him to crash there, but after that dive and already getting his car rotated on the curb, I think that was already a crash whether I was there or not. But now the Spanish driver's back to the inside on me, and we've got someone else to the inside again, so we're going to go too wide down here. I'm going to give the Mercedes a bit of a bump draft just to give these guys a bit of a difficult situation into turn one. Hopefully these guys are going to run each other wide, and I can make the most of that, getting slightly to the inside of the Spanish driver. Again, a bit of door banging going on there, but we're side by side. I think he's trying to fight for the slipstream of the French driver ahead now, and we're going to get into the braking zone here. I'm going to brake a little bit early, try and get a cutback going on, and we just really bump him in the middle of the corner there. It's giving him some free speed on corner exit there, so I think that certainly helped him out a little bit, but we've missed out through that series of events. We are just starting lap number 3 now, 15th position, so we have gained positions. Now, during this race, I've not seen Super GT, and at the end of the race, we'll get yellow flags across the bridge. Could that be a casualty of the wall? And, oh, the wall has claimed the Spanish driver. Oh, F in the chat for the Spanish driver. Yeah, also F in the chat for Super GT, because I didn't see him all race, and I come to check at the end, and it was a DNF. I look back, and I think it was about lap 3 maybe, Super GT running in his usual 6th position, and literally just disappeared. It must have been a disconnect. It wasn't a rage quit. It was very unexpected. It just disappeared. The hazards came on for a split second and then just disappeared. So F in the chat for Super GT as well. Skipping forwards, lap number 4 through the long left-hander. And we've got 2 cars ahead fighting, Portugal versus France. And the NSX gets a massive swaz and just, he drives the French guy to the edge of the track. I think there's a huge mistake from the Portuguese guy. We can get 2 cars for the price of 1 there. Skipping forwards again now into that long left-hander on lap number 5. We've closed into the back of 10th place, Spanish driver, and in 9th place we've got a British driver. These guys look like they're going to go to battle here, so are we going to capitalise on what's going to happen? Tight from the British driver on the corner entry. We're going to try some switchbacks, both of us, and are we going to be able to get in the slipstream? Spanish driver makes that move. Are we going to be able to get the slipstream and pass this British driver into the next corner? But he has the slipstream from the car ahead. We are looking for the move, but it's not going to work out. We're going to back off very early. I actually missed my braking point completely in the safe way. I braked far too early, but it's better to be that way than to have rear-ended someone, and I could have easily taken out both those drivers ahead. But I think I've got pace on these 2 drivers now. I have closed them in over the course of the race, and I'm going to be looking to try and progress forwards into the top 10. Skipping forwards now, about to complete the penultimate lap. Still in 11th position, but very much in touch with 10th position. Ninth position is just ahead there. Maybe it's a little mistake from the driver in ninth. We're going to get a bit of slipstream down the main straight now. Are we going to have to make a move into turn 1? It looks like ninth position's had a problem and has allowed the British driver through. I'm going to try and follow this guy through on the inside. Got to give space on the outside. Bit of swaz from my car. We're not quite going to get the drive out of that corner, but we are now in battle for 10th position. This is the final lap of the race. What can we make happen here? Spanish driver looks to the inside. British driver's a bit wide. Contact at the apex. We're going to go to the inside here, and we've got to get on the brakes to not bump into the back of the British driver. There was no room to the inside there, so we couldn't make that move happen. But I think there's a 10th place on the cards here. Spanish driver to the inside of the British driver and into the braking zone. Is he going to fight back? The British driver sends it down the inside. Spanish driver for the cutback. We're going to try and get another cutback on the British driver and get on that power out of the corner. We've got the Nissan GTR power, but we've got a car behind us. We're going to go 3 wide across the bridge into the braking zone. We're in the worst situation on the outside here, so we're going to potentially lose a position now on the brakes. We're going to get on the brakes early, maybe try a switchback, and that's a lot of swaz there. Maybe catch that one. Honestly, this GTR is fun to drive, guys. I highly recommend giving it a go. It really does help to keep your skills sharp when it comes to getting on the throttle and controlling the swaz. So we're going to give a bit of a bump to the French driver. He's actually fought back from that initial problem earlier on in the race, and try and help him to get up to we're wide on the corner exit. We've compromised our corner exit. We've hit the barrier. That's going to be a big problem for us. We'll be losing speed all the way down this straight, and this is not what we want to be. We want to be in the hunt for some positions, but they're going to go side by side ahead. This is always going to slow these drivers up. Super wide line from the French driver. Is he going to make the cutback? He's not going to do that. He's going to stay on the outside. They're going to get side by side into the braking zone, and is the British driver going to go too wide? He's going to keep in track. Oh, it's swaz from the French driver. We're going to get that move done on the corner exit there. So we're up into 11th position again. 10th position is still on the cards, but we've missed the apex here. We're going to get on the power, catching that swaz as you have to do. Oh, playing football with the cone now, and that slowed us down. That allows the French driver to the inside into the braking zone. He's going to get that move done on ourselves, but are we going to get this cutback? Can't really get that to work. Looking for a mistake now from the French driver, maybe some over swaz if that's possible. But we are running out of time in this race. And he's gapping us, if anything. He's made a great drive off that corner. We're going to get a nice apex there, controlling the rear end of the car as much as we can. And we're running out of corners, looking for a good drive off of this last corner here. Again, catching their car. But we have got a good drive. Are we going to get alongside him into the final braking zone? We're going to show our nose just to distract him a little bit. Hopefully he can run wide, look potentially deep from both drivers, but no, it's just not going to happen, guys. We're going to come home in 12th position. If you have enjoyed that video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Check out that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever we upload a video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to also check out the Race Asylum Discord link in the description below. And we'll catch you in the next one.